Chat. Hello. How's it going? No intro song today because I could not pick one. I have not found a way to do that. That is incredibly awkward. Perhaps we could still do like a little bit of musical accompaniment with my Volca. This sounds so ominous. Yeah, there you go. There's your intro song. I'll just have that off to the side while I talk or something. I don't know. Alright, enough of that. How you doing, everyone? I was almost not going to stream today because I just wasn't sure if there was really the demand for it, for lack of a better term. Just everybody, even in the group, seemed to be preoccupied, and I was like, yeah, am I really going to bother? But the reason I decided to is because of what you see here on screen. I did not get fired. That is slightly inaccurate. My manager did give me an ultimatum, though, that he was like, with Staples going to shit, probably going to be very customer service focused, and it seems like every single week somebody wants to pick a fight with me. He apparently says he gets 5 complaints about me every month, which is not great, but it's mostly because people can't read me, and people think that I'm like an uber serious, grumpy asshole all the time, and I'm very much not, I promise. But anyway, so I just decided to resign on my own accord and go fly off to Wales again. It's only been 7 months, and we'll get back to the Wales part in a moment. But yeah, so I scheduled it to fly out on the 8th, so that's actually going to affect my streaming schedule as well. I'm going to fly out on the 8th, and I will be back on the... Is it the 8th, or will I be back on the 8th? I don't remember. Let me pull up my itinerary really quick. Okay, so I do leave on the 8th, and then I come back on the 7th of March. So that's going to be a full month where I'm just not going to be here. When I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago, I figured like, maybe I'll have some videos ready to go, so that way you're not totally without content. We're not doing any of that. I guess I still kind of technically could. I would just have to be really, really quick about it. I'm not really in the mood for it. Not really in the mood to do a whole lot of video editing really quick. So I'm not going to be streaming for a month. So that's why you're not going to see me for a month. But anyway, I realized that not including today, I only have one more stream until I leave. And we are 2 streams away from finishing Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. So I realized if I don't stream today, I'm going to need to do like a mega 5-hour fucking stream next week to be able to beat the game, or I leave the game until March and we beat it in March, and that's just going to be dumb. So we're just gonna continue on as scheduled, do the Panda King, and then do Clockwork next week, beat the game, and when I get back, we'll start on Sly 2, or we might have a week where I just choose whatever the fuck I want to do in the meantime. So that's the deal with that. There is something I do want to announce, though, because the starts of these streams are, always a good excuse to announce things. And I've actually got it pulled up on remote desktop right here, just like the good old days. This is actually the eMachines box right here, like I streamed from back in 2020, which was pretty cool. That was when I did the Wibby stream, and this is... not the same installation of Windows. I had to reinstall Windows because the original hard drive, which I still have right here, ASMR, decided to shit itself. It might have been because I tried to do like a compress old files thing, and that just wound up breaking it. Anyway, so what do I want to announce? I would like to announce, probably best to do this on Netscape, the rebirth of the Somnolescent Gopher server, which is still a work in progress, but after I got out of my job, I sort of realized I don't really do a whole lot that just kind of like indulges whatever I'm in the mood for at the moment. which kind of sucks. I used to do a whole lot of that, and now it's been very rigid. It's like I need to work on this, and then I need to work on this, which is great. Don't get me wrong, get stuff done, but it's a little bit draining. And I realized, like, you know what? I fucking miss Gopher. And the last time the Somnolence and Gopher server was updated was 2021. So you can imagine how sickly I was. Hello, Triss. And also, hello, Kebby, and also Savannah. I just noticed that the stream chat... Nope, stream chat is showing up. Excellent. So, there we go. So, you guys are being accounted for. Anyway, so, last time it was updated was 2021. So, I was not exactly in the best headspace. In fact, funnily enough, 2020, I remember, although it was, the scariest part of it, it wasn't... of lockdowns, I should say. It wasn't all that bad for me, all things considered. Like, I was still kind of, like, trucking on. But then when 2021 rolled around, I was just, like, fucking miserable. So, and then, so the old server was still so old that Borb and Mon were still on it. And things were just very outdated. And then also at the time, I was kind of in love with this idea of, like, pure Gopher, as in Gopher without these text lines, informational selectors, and it kind of just made for very drab-looking menus. So I was just embarrassed by it, and I have this thing where I cannot look at things that are old and outdated and embarrass me. Honest to God, I just cannot. So I just didn't look at it for like 2 years, 3 years, except to say, I'll get back to this. But then I saw some old captures of the Gopher server back when the Potato was still archiving everything, and I was like, hot damn, this used to look pretty cool. So I grabbed Netscape Communicator 4.8 from 2002, which definitely does not look like 2002. It looks more like 1997, but that's why we love it. I grabbed that, and I've just been working on the Gopher server. There's a couple things on it. It's not totally finished yet, but you got us on there, which is great. Finally, you got everybody and their profiles and their links to stuff. This is actually the first time I've ever seen the drawings that Kebby did dark on light as opposed to light on dark, which is how they are on the server, which it gives the image a different look. I don't know. You focus on different parts of the image like that. So it's kind of cool to see these like that, and they just look like normal images. But so we're all on there right now. You still have the accessibility to old Gopher clients with these about pages in case you can't see the informational selectors. I should mention, if you're wondering what the whole Gopher thing even is, Gopher is, people like to call it like an old proto-web. It's not. What it is it's like a hyper steroids version of FTP. So it's file lists, but there's a little bit more organization to it, and it's really good for like lots of downloads, which is why we have W2K repo on Gopher, so you can grab stuff in a very organized manner. But we want to do some more artistic things. In fact, let me show you what we got going on with that. This isn't on the menu yet. Stand back. I'm doing things that aren't open to the public yet. We got the Somnol Art Gallery. So you can just go on there and peek at some drawings and stuff, which is really, really fun. And then also the thing that I just spent the last 2 days on is, this is really exciting. I haven't even announced it publicly outside of, like, I don't know, after sleep or whatever. Actually, let's do one. We now have a CCSO server as well, which is something that I've wanted since 2021, very, very, very long ago. And CCSO is an even more old, obscure protocol. I think there's only like 9 CCSO servers still in the wild. It's a phone book lookup, basically. But I realized that Somnol would be perfect for it because we do a lot of character stuff. So now, if your client supports CCSO, which Netscape does, and I'll open it up with Mosaic and show it off as well. Mosaic supports it. Lynx supports it. You can connect over Telnet. You can do character lookups. It does, absolutely. It feels quintessentially somnolescent. Our always bizarre mixture of technology and fantasy furry people. Not all the characters are added to the database yet, which is why I haven't like fully unveiled it, even though it is technically working. I think I'll show the script in a moment. But you search up, say you want to look up all the characters in Pennyverse, you would just do universe equals Pennyverse, and it will give you a nice big lookup of all of the characters in Pennyverse. Again, this is not finished yet. There's still a ton I got to add, but this is what we got in there so far. We got some Savannah stuff. You can do lookups by species. So, for example, if you want to see all of the raccoons that are in all of Somnolescent, you just do species equals a raccoon, and you get the lookup there. If you want to only return some of the information, because obviously we're in the database for like our stuff, for the contact information and stuff, and then you have all the characters. If you want to do, say you want to look us up, so we'll do affiliation equals Somnolescent, you can just return Discord, and I don't think you can do email. Let me try email. If this doesn't work, it's because I haven't set email as a filterable field. I know why that's not working. Actually, that's great. Errors. That error is actually fully intended. There's no such thing as the Somnolescent affiliation. It's Somnolian now. So that's actually working perfectly. I'm very glad I've spent fucking forever trying to get the error checking to work. But you can do affiliation Somnolian, return Discord email, and just get people's emails and contact information. So this is a nice little lookup for a whole bunch of Somnolescent stuff. And I really could not be happier with how it's turned out. I'll show you it on Mosaic as well, because I do have the last version of NCSA Mosaic on here. It uses a monospaced or a proportional font for the menus, so that's why the bulb is all misshaped. But if I do 105.2, I can do searches on here as well. So I can do something like universe equals wisp, and do return age species. Let's do that, yeah. Return age species. And all you get are names, ages, and species. Or if you want to just return all, you would just do return all, or just leave it off. It adds it for you in the script. Return all, and then it just returns absolutely everything. Needless to say, this is the coolest fucking thing I've seen all week, if I may be so humble. Just because, like I said, this is an idea that I've had for a long, long time, and DCB wrote like a starter CCSO Python script. He wrote one for us back in 2020. In fact, I can actually pull that up really quick. If I go to... if I go to my GitHub stuff, because there is a repo for it, and I copy the Pi thing into the shared documents on this computer, CCSO Pi, copy that, and then if I pop it into shared documents, and then I open it in Notepad++, there's no coloring for the text, unfortunately, but this is all I've been working on for like the past 2 days, is getting different CCSO commands added. For most clients, all you can do is query, which is fine because that's how you actually look things up. So the query is fine. Doing error checking, if it doesn't find like a valid field search pair, it'll give an error. If you try to search for a field that doesn't exist, it'll error out in a different way. If it doesn't find anything at all, there's that no matches to query thing we found. Field is not present in request entries. And just smarter logic for doing all of these searches and stuff. So that's what I've been working on the past 2 days, and I'm very, very happy with how it came out, and now I just need to get everybody added to the database. So that is a very fun tool that unfortunately not a lot of people are going to be able to play with, because there's not, even among Gopher clients, there's not a lot of CCSO support right now. Ideally, when we get Gopher Lens backup, which is DCB's Gopher to HTTP proxy, we'll add CCSO support there, so you can actually do Somnol CCSO searches on on Gopher Lens. So, hopefully people will be able to use it. If not, just use Netscape for right now. And, I say that as if everybody just happens to have a copy of Netscape lying around. But hey, maybe you do. Maybe you're a nerd like me. So, yeah, like I said, that's what I've been working on. They're very happy with it. Let's get on to the game. Whoops. Hide remote desktop. There we are. We're on to the game. And I also have a special guest. I think I'm still on call with her. Discord. Yep, I am still on call with her. I'm just muted and deafened. Cabby, get ready to mute your stream audio so that way you can hear me. I will bring her in and she will show up right now. Say hi, Cabby.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me make sure there's no echo by turning down my speakers. Because I fucking refuse to wear headphones. Wow,
What's a
there's
streamer
whole
without
fucking
internet?
7 people watching this stream right now, apparently. That's funny.
Holy shit.
That's because I'm finally not talking about CCSO.
Everyone showed up after that.
That's alright. Listen, it's my stream, and I will nerd the fuck out about obscure internet protocols if I want to.
Absolutely.
Hi, DCB. You missed all the CCSO talk. So sorry.
And the one person who's gonna know.
Yeah, DCB is the only person who's going to know anything about that.
I think it's cool. It goes over my head, but... Oh, you got Tristan interested.
Hey, yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's just a way to look things up.
Yeah.
As long as you don't, overthink it and be like, oh, this is some... I mean, it is some weird techie stuff, don't get me wrong. But, as long as you don't go, it goes over my head. No, I mean, it's just... You're just punching, character stuff, dude. It's cool.
Yeah.
But anyway... We are on my PS2 now, and we can get going with Sly Cooper. Go ahead and pop in the disc. So the easiest way to use CCSO if you have access to Linux is you can either telnet into gopher.somnolescent.net, the port is 105, or you can access it through links. It'd be the same thing, gopher.somnolescent.net:105, and links will actually give you a nice big form for doing searches and stuff. But that would be the easiest way to access it if you happen to have WSL. You can just use links or something. Let me go ahead and get my water. How's your evening been, Cabby?
It's been good. I am glad to say I have pretty much finished my project.
Yes. She was hard at work over the past week or so.
Yeah.
Working on something for school. The fields are showing up when I use that link on my version of links. Is that a bad thing? Oh, let me unmute the game really quick. There's no game audio. No, it's a banger thing. Alright, yeah. I don't know how Lynx does it. I don't know if it sends the fields command behind the scenes, but all of the fields you set as filterable, it'll actually allow you to filter, and then also any fields that you mark as indexable, it'll list as you can search with them. So, it's doing some weird shit behind the scenes. I haven't actually peeked at what it's trying to do from Somnol CCSO's perspective, but yeah, it's definitely the nicest client for running the CCSO locally. I can see Lynx sending command. Okay, so we have confirmation that that's exactly what Lynx does. It runs some commands before it renders the menu. That's cool. All right, on to the Panda King.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on the Panda King. Born penniless, he was fascinated by the fireworks rich noblemen set off every New Year's. He spent a decade learning the art. But when he tried to offer his fireworks to the noblemen, they couldn't see past his shabby clothes and chased him away.
Oh.
Humiliated, the Panda King took revenge on those who shunned him by using the very tools of his art for crime. The Fiendish Five recruited him as their demolitions expert, and from then on, his explosive touch became feared worldwide. He's rumored to be perfecting some new
I love it
firework
because
technique
he's quite
high in the
literally a
unstable
terrorist.
Kunlun mountains of western China.
He's quite literally bombing things.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, right? Sir Raleigh, piracy. Alright, but pirates, I shouldn't say that. Pirates are still very much a concern, but not in the West. And then you've got Mugshot, who's just kind of like, you know, a 20s gangster, I guess. And then you've got Ms. Ruby, who does voodoo, and voodoo doesn't exist. And then you got Panda King, and it's just like, oh yeah, he just blows up people. That's what he does.
He just blows stuff up.
Which, I mean, is
He
very
doesn't
much
have,
a
like-
concern.
He doesn't have like a magical power. He just
No.
blows shit up.
No. I mean, to be fair, do you need a magical power? It's pretty cool, but... Yes.
Who needs that when
See,
you
that's
have
the thing. I know it's something that's very, very nerdy and whatnot, but I find the CCSO stuff super exciting. Like I said, I've wanted a CCSO server for Somnol Lesson for like at least 2 years now, if not 3. I just have never gotten to play around with it because there's just none in existence. Like I said, I think there's 9 servers still in existence, and most of them are like long forgotten university servers.
Would you look at that? A fireworks show!
It's niche.
It's so obscure.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
so
that's
hipster.
awful! That poor village just got buried in freezing snow!
Rocket came from
This
the
is- yeah, they're dead now.
The Panda King lit the fuse.
Press F.
I've got to find my way up there and fast before that lunatic splashes another town.
This is one of the few areas in it. I do notice frame drops occasionally with this game. This is one of the few areas where you really see them because of this fucking, like, what is he, a baby monkey? And he, like, there's like a powder effect on the snowball, and it causes frame drops when the game has to render a whole bunch of them. And this level in general, I mean, it's never an unplayable frame rate. It's never like a slideshow, but you can notice it. It's not like a silky smooth 60 FPS. 24 FPS, of course, being more cinematic. Ooh, God. Wait. Holy shit. How can you turn invisible? No, look, check it.
He's magic.
He's fucking magic. He's just a thief. He's just a thief. He's not fucking magic.
Hi, Savannah.
Hello,
Tuning in.
Savannah.
Stir frying station real quick.
Stir Fry Nation.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Magic the
fucking
Gathering.
you
GCP.
Fucking going invisible. Magic the Gathering.
This reminds me of the snow area from Okami.
Kebby sees a PS2 game. Nice Okami reference.
Shush.
It's all good. Ow. I cannot wait until we get to Slide 2. Shit, I'm bad at this game. But anyway. Ooh, fireworks.
Yay.
Boom. I love it.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that part from Okami 2 where you had to help the guy make fireworks?
No.
Ah, who did that? You had to help the guy make fireworks, and then he gives you like bomb magic.
I
and use the bombs to blow
Oh,
up.
okay, I do remember this. Yeah, because that's when you get the ability to draw bombs and just have them explode.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy bomb head, man.
I love it because you're not even concealed well by the statue. He can't see you.
He's stupid.
Oh man, the guards in this game literally box the rocks fucking dumb. Magical. As magic as me turning invisible. We should have invisibility magic in Pined.
That'd be funky.
Actually, you know what
I wonder what area that would fall under.
I have no idea. You know what I do kind of miss though from Eleanor? Illusion magic. Because I just love like a nice big like psychological fuck you. And I don't know where it would fit in, but like I had a couple characters that were like illusion characters, and like that's so cool.
I imagine, to be honest, that might be blood magic.
Ooh, exciting.
Because the deity behind blood magic is like, he's a fox. He's meant to be like sneaky.
Right.
He's not like objectively evil.
Yeah.
He just is. He doesn't worry about morals. So that's the way I put it. So like,
Yeah.
I imagine, and it would make sense, wouldn't it? Because blood is in the body, and illusion magic is.
Yeah, I mean, as
body.
long as you don't need to like have a summon like the blood dragon or something to make it happen. I imagine it's.
Well, it's nothing. No, the dragons aren't. The dragons are not connected to magic in that sense. They're connected to the deities.
Right.
And the deity is the red and black point fox. Yeah.
Right. Whoops. I totally got fucking spotted.
Uh-oh.
No, don't go into your fucking Binocucom. What's wrong with you?
I want to have a look.
I want to have a look. I want to stand perfectly still while I'm being hunted. Yeah, no, I mean, because I think, there's a fairly harmless version of it, and then, like, the really, like, dangerous stuff. That's what I imagine, anyway. Oops, it's spotted.
Yeah. I think my concept really for the blood, like blood crystal and blood magic stuff is it's sort of the morally grey to evil sort of stuff.
Well, yeah.
So where, something like fire magic can harm you, it's in a very neutral way because it's
fire.
Yeah, it's like natural, It's a difference between dying in a forest fire versus dying in an arson attack. There's that human element to it.
Right.
And that to me is what kind of blood magic is.
Right.
So I imagine that would be illusion magic. I'd have to have a think about it, but I think that's my idea. Invisibility, I wonder if invisibility you could throw in with electricity, like lightning.
Right.
Because my idea for the lightning dragons is that it looks like they teleport, but they're actually just moving really fast.
Hey, it's heavily guarded. I killed all the guards already. Yeah, I can see it being an electricity thing.
So you just turn into zip zaps.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Which adds on to Barclay's list of magical powers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the kind of thing where like you have an idea that's like so strong for it that I just like, yeah, that's her thing,
I've got autism.
No, it's cool, dude.
You can't open this vault without finding the rest of the clues.
It's not often that you really take the floor on project stuff like that. So when you do feel really strongly about it, I'm like, I'm gonna leave that for you, because
Yeah, I find I'm either like completely blank or I've got a really strong idea. I'm not very good at being in between.
Yeah, it's all good. There we go. So we got the key. We're missing 2 bottles. That's fine. We are always missing bottles. Like I said, I think I have a 100% save of this lying around. Maybe that's on my old memory card. Maybe I'll have I'll dig that out.
Hell yeah, dude.
First try. I mean, unironically, yeah, first try.
I don't know. I think that's probably one of your weaker ones, really.
Damn. I didn't bring you on the stream so you could cut my deck off.
Fucking brother.
That's so rough. Hello.
Hello?
Watch the stream, doof.
I am.
Chicken noises?
East.
Nice job breaking into the Panda King's compound. I think I figured out a way to get to the
making
top
silly
of that
noises
giant
now.
statue. But unfortunately,
Cutie.
it's obstructed by this
Shush.
reinforced
No.
ceiling hatch.
No problem. They seem to have plenty of firepower around here. I'll just have to find a few more treasure keys to get at it.
I love it. What's the downfall of the Panda King? He just leaves high explosives lying around. Hey, well. Do need you
Walking on the rooftops, blowing shit up.
Yes. I do need you reading chat though. I know
Yeah,
you are, but
DC
just let me know who's saying what.
Oh yeah, DCB said woo woo.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see him at least. But my phone keeps fucking locking, which is not ideal.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's because I gotta play the stream on my phone, and then it won't lock. That'd be nice. Because I wasn't doing that before. Alright, yeah, sure. Flaming Temple of Flame. Let's go. Sure, sounds great.
Streamingception.
Get it? Because it's a stream of fire?
But
Despite its temple-like facade, this place is really some sort of training ground. Stay on your toes.
Oh yeah. That's exciting. Big, shirtless, muscly dudes in the Arctic. I'm not gay, by the way.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
No, you.
Shush.
Man, these lasers are nuts.
What are the lasers even for?
In case Sly Cooper breaks in, duh.
I can see that Sly Cooper took much inspiration from Roblox obbies.
I'm pretty sure this game predates Roblox.
Maybe.
2001?
Maybe.
Video game exists. Cabby, nice Roblox reference.
The lasers and stuff remind me.
That's okay. That's just because you have autism.
Shush.
Me too. Oh my god. Maybe if you spent less time making stupid poses and more time punching me, I'd be dead right now.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to, like, the midget in the pink outfit that I just killed. What's with this? I love the spotlights, just in case anyone decides to climb along this ledge right here. Just in case.
That specific ledge.
That specific ledge. Yeah, right here. Right here. It looks like he's wearing fucking roller skates. Die. Oh man, this is funky.
What are these guys doing?
Can I knock him off? They sway, but they don't get knocked over. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hello.
That's alright. Listen, I honestly really like it when I see you post on After Sleep. I have no issue at all with folks who are like, oh, you know, I don't really understand that. I don't expect most people to. It's just something neat to me.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't get it either.
That being said, it is really just like you look up characters and stuff. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
I don't need you to like understand the intricacies of the script or anything, because to be honest, I'm making it up as I go along too.
Like a digital dictionary.
Yeah, digital phone book.
Yeah.
I'm very glad I could be some background noise. Honestly, part of the thing about streaming again was that I used to be in a lot more communities, and so I used to have a lot more people who weren't necessarily like somnolians hopping in, and now I don't really have that anymore because everybody fucking hates me now. Not really. But...
You should post about your streams in other
Yeah, I would. I've got to find like where to post it.
Yeah, I get you.
Because I got to be really active in a server for it to make sense and also not really look really desperate.
It doesn't look desperate.
Well, I mean, I am always just very conscious of the fact that people definitely are like, hey, don't advertise to me, but it's like I just want to play PS2 games in front of you, my guy.
Yeah. This thing is cash, just like a cash hangout stream.
Yeah, basically that's kind of the goal. If I can get a couple people popping in per stream and all that, which is going to be kind of unfortunate when I go away for a fucking month, but
maybe I can stream.
Oh, that'd be great. Just give Cabby my stream key.
And you could be in the background.
Or, actually, maybe we could set something up. If I can... Wait, I can stream over there.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll have to keep...
I don't have the same setup as you, though.
Is that a bad thing?
No, I mean, you can't be playing, Sly, because I don't have Sly.
I mean, we're about to beat Sly in, next week,
true.
So it's not really too much of a concern. But you can play games. In fact, you can play, in some cases, you can play games more capably than I can. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
So...
As long as I've got, my fan pointed at my PC.
Right.
I can play, like, modern? Yeah, modern. I'd say I can play modern games.
Yeah, I mean, if you can play Slime Rancher 2, then...
Yeah, I haven't actually bought Slime Rancher 2 yet. Because I'm silly.
Because Cabby has better things to spend her money on.
Like fucking hotel rooms.
Yeah, hotel rooms. Private, for me and her.
But, yeah, I think my computer can do it. I need to organize my computer. I need to organize my room. Oh my gosh.
Relax. Look, to be perfectly honest, I don't really care one way or the other. That's the funny thing, is Cabby's entire family is like, oh my god, there's going to be a visitor, and he's going to judge us, and we need to do everything right now. It's like, chill. You're all nerds.
Don't bully my family.
I will bully your family, because they're great, but they're nerds.
Triss is like, I'm not like that.
I'm not like that. I appreciate that, Triss. Triss will tell you about all of the cola that he's drinking right now. Because he's not a nerd.
He's not a nerd. He's a cool dude.
He is. He's the number 2 cool dude. I'm still the number 1 cool dude. Must be said. That's a niche reference right there.
But Trish says, "I'm drinking coffee at the moment."
Oh wow, that was such a much healthier option.
Because you can have decaf then.
Yeah.
Because it's like midnight.
Yeah.
And he's
Some
having
Werther's
water.
originals.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love
See ya,
some
nerd. Yeet.
Yeet.
Ah, it's another one of these fucking pink pajama motherfuckers. It's like it's like sorry, I already have one boy in my life who wears, well, he doesn't wear pink, he wears blue, but he is pink, so yes.
Oops.
Gosh, is Kebby EP?
No.
I think you are. I think you are so EP.
Oh man, I'm so... I'm go crazy.
One thing that I do kind of wish for about After Sleep is I wish I had like more like contact information for folks, because obviously people sometimes are a little shy in like a group setting, but like I want to talk to them more. So
Maybe, I don't know if they're cool with making a thread for like Discord info.
well, no, I mean some of them are outright like, oh, we hate Discord. I mean there's the M chat, but yeah, I mean if anybody from After Sleep wants to add me on Discord, you know, I'm just Marito. Feel free.
Yeah. IRC? We can
IRC?
reopen the IRC chat.
Oh man, bringing the IRC back. First the Gopher, then the IRC.
We're going back in time, man.
We are. Honestly, I quite like it. I like that,
There is an after sleep IRC, says .com Boom.
IRC over Gopher. If you could figure that out, that would be interesting. I can send DMs, yeah. Maybe I'll DM you later. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, friendship.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't join. Here's the thing, right? I probably shouldn't feel like I have to make this clear, but I'm weathered by the sands of time, so I will. It's not like I joined. I wanted to make friends on After Sleep. That's what I wanted.
Looks like a good
Yeah.
place to try out your new
Friendship.
invisibility move. Hold down the circle button
Rather
to
than
drop down
DCB
sights.
says, I love forums.
While in
I
circle, nothing can see you.
love.
Not lasers, not
I don't know.
searchlights, not guards. Oh, and if the
I
guards
don't know what
already
I love.
see you, then the invisibility trick won't work on them.
Noted. Ha! Nerd. Don't see shit. Yeet. Yeah, I'll do the DM thing. Yeah, no, I want to make friends. I didn't want to just be like, hey, I want all of you to look at how cool all the stuff I'm doing is, which sometimes is how it feels like I'm coming off. I know it isn't. And I know probably people don't like look at me like that, but like, I just want to nip that in the bud, because some people have called me a narcissist before. It's like, no, that's not really my goal. It's cool. I always appreciate the attention, but like, you know, I wanna look at other people's stuff too.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like nice to have cool shit that other people are making.
Yeah. I mean, that was the one thing about NeoCities, right? Was that you know, there was a community. So even if a lot of it was garbage, occasionally you did have people who were like up to cool stuff, you know, and I like
Yeah.
that. But since
And,
getting away from NeoCities, we haven't had that.
No, and I also do feel like now that we're older, we're like more patient with it too.
Oh, absolutely. There's really like no whoops. Oh, whoops.
Like,
I tripped up all the alarms.
Uh-oh. But yeah, like that's the good thing is you know, there's stuff that would have irritated you back in the day that doesn't anymore.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, like, genuinely, I'm there's something people got to realize, right? And that is, when you're autistic, you develop a lot, like a couple years behind everyone else. So I had people go, well, you're a grown-ass adult. Why are you still acting like this? It's like, because I fucking still feel like I'm 17, if I'm honest.
Like, emotionally, it takes a little longer.
It does. It absolutely does. And again, you know, the internet is not exactly the place to look for compassion, just because people are fucking out for blood for whatever reason, you know. And it's not like I get it. I get that I was an asshole, and it was, you know, it was fun. People did it to me right back. But like, at the end of the day, there was a reason for that. It wasn't just that I was like evil, which I feel like a lot of people fucking thought so.
Yeah, you know, it takes a while.
It does take a while.
You know, people change.
Absolutely they do, and that's why I would love nothing more than just like another shot with it, you know. And I feel like I could get that, but in some ways it feels like going back to like places that I've already been is kind of like, I don't know. A, it looks a little sad, and B, it's just not the same, you know, because it's been 5-6 years.
If you have like a reason to make a site, then like it makes sense, you know. But it's not like you ever necessarily left,
right?
Because the personal site world is so small anyway,
right?
That like stuff that's on the Somnolessa network still gets linked on NeoCities, and stuff that's on NeoCities gets linked on.
Yeah, dude. Like it's funny. We're on our own, we're on our own domain and all that, but we're still pretty adjacent to NeoCities.
Yeah, because NeoCities is just is the largest site on a very small community.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, look at the alternatives, fucking like GeoCities WS and stuff, which are just garbage.
Exactly.
That's the other thing, is that you can say whatever you want about NeoCities community, and I definitely agree to it to a certain extent. But as far as like the hosting goes, it is the least worst free option I have seen. Most of them are literally an excuse to try to upsell you on actual and oftentimes substandard hosting, whereas NeoCities is like,
if anyone out there wants to make a personal site but they don't want to use NeoCities, genuinely, honest to God, the second best option is Tumblr.
Yeah.
Because if you just take a Tumblr account and probably use a sub-blog, but you can use your main blog if you want.
Right.
And you have to now set it to have a username.tumblr.com domain. But
right.
You can still have one. And then you just go into the editor, delete all the HTML in the blog styling, and boom, it's a...
Yeah, because, I mean, Tumblr...
website post. And you can, you know, upload images onto it, and then...
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a bad idea, really.
That's what I was doing before I found NeoCities.
Yeah. Whoops.
It's better than GeoCities WS.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. There was a post I did on the Scratchpad a long fucking time ago, called "Please Don't Use GeoCities.ws," which was literally me digging into just how like absolutely fucking awful it is as hosting. Like it's functional, sure, but like it's like a front end for like a really sketchy web host with like really not competitive prices. And it got upset at me for some reason. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. The other thing too is that I recognize, especially on the internet today, that most people are like, frankly, even more socially anxious than I am. I didn't used to be like that. I didn't used to have the social anxiety, but just the years of oh, suddenly this person hates me, and then suddenly this person hates me. It takes a fucking toll on you, you know? Not even if you feel like you're justified, it's still like, oh shit, dude. I wrote a journal post about that, where it's like, it just sucks to fucking lose people over and over, you know?
It does. I don't hold bad blood against them.
Oh, no, absolutely not. That's the thing, is that I might, like swipe at fucking people. Like, in that post, I did swipe at, like, some of the Hacks people, but, at the end of the day, if if you're doing, your thing and your life is good and you're making it happen, like, I have nothing but, that's a good thing in my opinion, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't wish, awful things on people, unless they happen to be like...
The vast majority of people, barring people who did crimes.
Barring people who groomed children, like Brianna.
Yes. Barring those people. No one's done anything that's worthy of just like this eternal, I hope everything goes badly for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And usually when people have that feeling, it says a lot more about them than it does about, the person that they're directing it at.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if you're in a situation where other people having a good time is upsetting to you.
Yeah.
Like, that's a sign that you need to,
Yeah, I mean, there's one of two reasons for that. I mean, actually, really only one that I can think of, which is jealousy, I certainly know that, that was a thing on NeoCities for whatever fucking reason. When people get upset at me, it was probably because I took who they imagined to be their girlfriend. Wow.
Lol.
That's great. I fell correctly. First try.
First try. That was on purpose.
That was on purpose. I totally meant to do that. I'm
a pro gamer.
I so am. I fuck. And I have a big penis.
I'm imagining it's Sly Cooper saying that.
Alright, time to set off some fireworks. You ready?
Woohoo!
Bing bing wahoo, Happy New Year.
You're a bit late on that one.
No, I'm not. Shut up, Mom.
Wow, look at all them coins.
Coins! My life is like a video game.
My life is like a video game, trying hard to beat the stage. All while I am still collecting coins.
Who was that again? Like Motionless in White? One of those names?
Falling in Reverse?
I literally mixed them all up. Like, they are all identical to me. I don't know a single song from any of them.
Falling in Reverse did,
Nice.
one about being a vampire.
I'll steal him in no time.
Or like being like a vampire.
Yeah.
Or because they just party all the time or something.
Wow. Oops, I just immediately hopped in the water for no fucking reason.
Oopsie poopsie. Have a little swim.
Yeah, I mean, he can't swim, but he tries his best.
He tries his very bestest.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's always jealousy in my experience. Like, somebody is genuinely like, it's either jealousy or you are, you have an ulterior motive. That was the other thing, is that some people, they like, are so desperate to be a good person that they focus their entire time on like trying to run other people out of a community, which is pretty fucking sad, but that's how some people want to spend their time. Duel by the Dragon. I wonder if this is going to be like a Carmelita stage. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, at this point, at this point, really, my focus is because I mean, certainly back in the day, I was definitely like,
Freeze, raccoon!
hey, I called it.
Heartworms at the very sight of you.
Shut up, Ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in China, but I'm sure it can't be good for whoever owns
Yeah.
this place.
You must only have eyes for me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a pathetic thief who's escaped justice for far too long.
I'm proud to be a thief.
I'm proud to
especially
be a
when I'm
thief.
stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective.
It's
These
his-
quaint
it's
temples are a
his
front for my
special
illegal
interest.
explosives
Yes,
factory.
he's
Don't try
autistic.
to confuse the issue. These criminals are all the same, and
Proud
none of you can escape
autistic
justice.
weeb.
Yes. Man, I love her. She's so stupid. And she can't aim for shit.
She's gigantic.
She's I shouldn't say it, or Savannah will get angry at me again. she's a fiery vixen, we'll say that. She's definitely not someone's like waifu on the development team. It's like an Eric Schwartz situation.
Yeah. Oh, this whole game is very Eric Schwartz.
That's great. That's too good.
Oopsie.
Man, she really can't aim for shit. Like, I love you, Carmelita. Great, but like, come on. I'm not that hard to hit.
I am also stupid. Come on.
I am also stupid. Come on. We are perfectly matched to each other. Can we, like, have sex already? Oh, God. As I just hop into the abyss. Listen, I'm fighting with the fucking camera right now, so...
It's Trixie.
And it's so tricky.
Mamma mia.
It doesn't help that I'm also playing it at an angle that's slightly... The colors get fucked up a little on my TV. Because that was a thing that used to happen with LCD panels before in-plane switching was like a really prominent thing on displays. Where the colors would get weird if you were off-axis for like looking at it. So if you tried to look at it from an angle that wasn't dead on, it would get darker and the colors would get weird. Like, this is a real thing that happens. It used to happen with all of the displays at school. Like, all the cheap, like, HP and ViewSonic panels that they had. They were what were known as twisted pneumatic displays, or TN displays. And they, if you didn't look at them straight on, it would, like, you would see...
Savannah says, Carmelita is so large, it's funny. It's so funny to me.
I love that Kevy is like, oh, this entire game is very Eric Schwartzy, because you're not wrong.
It just is.
You're not wrong at all. Oops.
And all I'm saying is 2001, that is...
The year of the
Post.
horny furry.
It's post, is it Sabrina?
Yeah, Sabrina Online was a 90s thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, all
Somebody
I'm
was
saying...
reading Sabrina Online and like, oh, I could make a character I want to fuck, and then Carmelita happened.
And doesn't, Sabrina is like, I think the joke is that she's wearing trousers that look like she's not wearing trousers. But
Right.
like,
Which is exactly the thing with Sly.
exactly. Savannah says, he just likes his women 8 foot tall and pissed off.
Me too. I will say also, if you think this game looks a little weird, which it does, Sly 2 makes everybody look a little less odd. So that's also a big plus in Sly 2's favor. And Sly 3 is basically on the Sly 2 engine, so I mean it looks like exactly the same. But yeah, everybody in this game, you could tell they hadn't quite nailed down the art style, so everybody's kind of got like the big eye, big head thing going on, which they don't quite have in Sly 2.
They'd only just started drawing furries.
They only just started drawing furries.
Exactly.
You're right. My guy isn't wearing pants. That's fucking strange. I can't get over it. I feel that too when I see like just random like anthro artists who draw their characters not wearing pants. Like
what gets me is he's got like a shirt, he's got gloves, he's got a hat, he's got shoes.
Yes.
No trousers.
No, he's otherwise fully clothed except for his gigantic raccoon cock. I'm like, listen, Sly, I like y'all. I'm not into that.
But
could you? And it's
he's
cold.
Yeah, that's the thing. Imagine how cold it is right now.
It's cold. You know, you know what happens to dudes' balls when it's cold.
It's not so gigantic at the moment.
Umu. Man, this girl, she's aiming upwards. Oh, fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah, Triss. The new line thing is it just appends a new line to whatever the whatever it's sending to the client. So yeah, there's a good chance that it's 3 fields with. Stop fucking shooting my icicles! I need those. Damn, she's murderous.
You're still jumping the gun. You need a few more clues.
Oh my god. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a field that like glues 3 things together and then appends a new line. That sounds very on brand. Boom.
Watch your back, Cooper. When you least expect it, I'll be there.
Oh, you're gonna be behind me, huh?
Hmm?
Gotta buy me dinner first, Carmelita. Alrighty.
Hmm?
Oh, I see what you're saying. The reload command has 3 things glued to a new line. I'll take a look at it. I mean, I'm really not like making many changes to the script because it works to my satisfaction, but yeah, I'll take a look at it. I mean, it's not because quite literally the new line function definition only support. It doesn't throw an exception though. That's the thing. So I'm not especially concerned about it because that new line thing is used literally all over the place in the script. Oh, time for another fucking race.
Uh-oh.
Why is there a snow cone stand in the fucking icy mountains?
Because it's cold.
But it's already cold.
It's keeping it cold.
But it's already cold.
It stops it melting.
Steer with the left stick and press square to use an
Might as well have hot cocoa in the desert. At least a hot dog stand makes sense if you're in the middle of fucking Oklahoma.
Thanks for the advice, Sly, but trust me, I got this under control.
I don't know if I got this under control. I'm sorry. I'll do my best.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, spears. How do you turbo? Square turbos. Ah, that's the other thing is that these vehicles fucking handle like little RC cars, so you can just flip them over and then you're fucked. What a shitload of fuck. What were they thinking?
What were they thinking?
What were they thinking? Yeah, no, I already gotta restart the race. Oh, and it's so icy too.
Cold.
It's so chilly. Nope, can't get that nitro. If I'm still in last place by the start of the second lap, then we just restart. Did I seriously waste that fucking nitro? I didn't even get a speed boost out of that. Loser. Fucking rookie mistake. Alright, third place. Third place. We are in it to win it, gamers.
Yanes says the race music slaps.
Oh. I can... Honestly, the thing is that I can barely hear these things because I have to keep all the volumes down on my end, otherwise there's echo. And I refuse to wear headphones, so... I believe it does. I'm sure it does. I can hear it, I just can't hear it very well. I'm very glad that it slaps though, because you'll be hearing it for... What the fuck was that?
Whoa!
Jesus.
Pro gamer.
This car handles like balls. I know it's in the snow and all, but like... God. That's what you're hoping for, basically. You're hoping for, like, the AI to, like, hit a corner wrong and just flip over, and then you can overtake them. Taking corners as sharp as you can helps, too. Because that loses you the least speed. If you take a corner very wide, you'll immediately fuck yourself. Yeah! Alright, second place. Maybe we're almost done here. Motherfucker out in front is so far ahead. Ah! See, he's like tantalizingly close, right? Whatever, we still got like a lap and a half. It's alright, I can do this. He just has to make one really crappy move. And why is there fucking like drag racing in the mountains of China? I guess these are people at the Panda King's compound and they're just really bored. Come on, I'm so fucking close to him. Oh, nope, that's not happening. Damn. That's alright. That was really close. Definitely soon.
You can do it.
Man, they all like to wipe out right around that corner. Me too. Cool. Third place. Almost second place. Come on. Overtake him. Second place. Okay, come on.
We going.
Come on. We got one lap to do this. He's not that far ahead of me. And he's missing most of the nitros too, so. Ooh. Come on. Oh, you motherfucker. I hate that the AI can use the nitros. And nope, I literally again just finished right behind him.
Ah.
I got this. I got this. I got this. Okay, 4th place. Third place. 2nd place. I love that Murray is sticking his fucking gigantic head out the window, too. That's how he has to steer the entire time.
It's dangerous.
Oh, he's living life in the fast lane right now.
Imagine how cold his face is right now.
I don't think Murray can feel pain. He's a single-celled organism. We love you, Murray, but you were way cooler in 2nd. Oh man, this is some nail-biting fucking action. Come on, overtake him. Yes! Oh. That's okay, let him use that nitro. If I can do it without nitro... Okay, now use the nitros to ensure a 1st place victory. Thank you very much. Done. 1st try.
First freaking try. Now that's a pro gamer move.
Yes, it is. Alright, 2 keys left. So we still have to do... still got to do the King of the Hill, and then Rapid Fire Assault, which is another twin stick shooter stage. So, yeah. Let's do the one right here. Hey, whoa.
Woo.
Yep, here it is. So, Rapid Fire Assaults. Whew. Didn't catch a word of that one, Bentley. Nope, I can't bring him back. Nope.
Uh-oh.
I have no idea what he was about to say. I think he was about to say it's identical to the one that we had in, was it Miss Ruby's stage? Yeah, it had to have been Miss Ruby's. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I like this. Yeah, I still have no idea what he said, but that's alright.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I'll watch the stream back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny, because I was just playing Geometry Wars right before the start of the stream, and it's like, this is basically how I play Geometry Wars. Just go back and forth. Just go back and forth.
That was your issue, is that you just started guns a-blazing.
Yeah. Alright. Put him on his ass. Oh yeah. I just noticed, by the way, when you kill an enemy, there's a sound, right? Like, listen. There's a sound when you kill an enemy, and it's the sound of a sucker punch.
You're just punching them, you see.
No. Do you get it? Because the game was made by Sucker Punch?
Hey.
Heyo.
Brum.
That is a nice Sucker Punch reference. Sorry, for a brief moment, I don't know why, because I never have confused these two companies, but I just thought of Face Punch when I was thinking of Sucker Punch.
They are pretty similar names.
They did. Not quite similar games.
No.
Although I will say, it would be great to have a Sly Cooper player in Gary's mod.
Yes. That would go hard.
So you can be, you too cannot wear pants. Which is a common fantasy of mine. See, easy does it. That one was actually first try.
Room.
What you been up to, chat? How's it going today? Gosh, are you eepy?
Maybe.
It is 1 in the morning there. So if you wanna hop off the call, I'd be alright with that. And just, chillax and get to be in the chat.
I still gotta freaking wash up.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that, man? Because I wouldn't want to keep you from,
Oh, DCB says we picked a new Tumblr theme from like 2013.
Oh, that's hot, dude. That's sweet. That's
Hell
fucking
yeah.
killer. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and clean up, man? It's late for you.
Okay. I will be back in.
Yeah, no, it's alright. We can just end the call here, and then you can just be in the chat if we're still streaming.
Yeah, that sounds fine. That's
Okay.
fine by me.
That's cool. Alright, I love you.
Love you. It's been good being on.
Yeah, no. Always good having you on stream, my love. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
He's gone. Alright. It's always good having folks on. I've been trying to have people on the streams a little more, since I started doing them again, because it was largely a solitary affair, and it's just always more fun when there's more people involved. I can bounce off somebody. It was really fun having Jake on the last time. Even though he didn't fucking read chat. And that's why I don't pay him anymore. I can't believe Kebby died. Aww. That's so sad. I miss you, Kebby. I have no clue where I go for this last stage. Ooh. Ooh, you like kissing ghosts, do you? You're a ghost kisser. Ooh. I'm going to fire Jake. No, seriously, how do I get to the stage? Yeah, nope. No. It's so quiet now. I did that one. Alright, I can't warp to it. I just gotta find a way to it. It'd have to be over here, right? No, that just does the keys, but I don't have enough keys yet. Is it back here? Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't even think to go back here. Start on an unhinged rant. What can I be unhinged about? I don't know. I'm feeling, you know, on the autism scale today, I'm feeling a solid happy stims bunny rabbit, if I'm honest. Not really feeling particularly like off my chain or anything. That's a perilous ascent, so that's where we came from. I know that does not. It's like the I don't remember what comic it was, but there was a comic of protesters like, you know what? Maybe holding up signs saying like everything is okay. We're decently satisfied. I'm those protesters today. That's what I am. I'm too hinged for this right now. I'm so sorry, guys. I know that you want to. I know you want me to go on an epic gamer rant, but unfortunately, I am just too hinged for this. I'm in my lane. I'm moisturized, unbothered. Oh, maybe it's over here. Yeah, here it is. Oh, it's time for another Murray stage. I wish I could just shoot him over and over, because that's the funny thing. More like the content video. There was actually like a happy video game nerd, if I remember correctly. I remember there was a whole bunch of like,
Let's do it, Sly.
yeah! I'm sorry, I had to do that once. And also I had to remember what the shoot button was. Anyway,
Let's go, Sly.
but there was also what I think it was called the No Swear Gamer. There were so many folks doing like the AVGN thing, but either with the AVGN shtick intact, or oh, he's dead. Oh, he had a lucky charm. I was shooting at his corpse, but it wasn't a corpse. RIP. Press F for my main man Murray. He can no longer become the Murray because I killed him. Alright, let's play this seriously. But yeah, a bunch of folks just doing like the AVGN shtick, but either with his shtick intact or yeah, no, Murray gets so much shit in this game for no fucking reason. Like, I mean, he gets challenged to races. He also doesn't get pants. I shoot him all the time. They call him a burden in the intro. Like, he just gets so much shit. But that is how he becomes a badass later on. So, through adversity, you too can be the Murray. Where? There it is. The pissed off angry gamer. Iconic. Like, everybody likes to make fun of the irate gamer. I did watch the irate gamer back in the day. Yes, I did. He was okay. Like, he's not really as, like, offensive as his reputation precedes him. He was just kind of like, you could tell he was cribbing a lot. I mean, and he's admitted as much, which is kind of hilarious given that he's still doing it. But he came up with some fun gimmicks. He had he had some of his like guests on and whatnot, quote unquote guests, like the characters, which I mean AVGN did too. But I honestly I was never too into any of the AVGN's characters. Oh god, no, zoom back in. Oh, and he didn't actually have a charm that time. Whoops. Now I gotta do the stage over again. Oh, well, such is life. Again, and I get 5 lives again, so it's like, it doesn't even, like, it's not even, like, a punishment. You just do it again, which you would do anyway, so, anyway, that's why they got rid of the lives thing in Sly 2. But we gotta stop comparing this game to Sly 2, because it's not Sly 2, it's Sly 1. They hadn't figured it out yet. But yeah, no, I mean there was Shit Pickle. There was Bugs Bunny. It just seemed like an excuse for like the nerd to make a bunch of fake diarrhea and like pour it on Mike Matei's face, which is kind of kinky. And I'm not asking questions, and please don't tell me. But anyway. Sorry, I'm just making sure I can actually beat this stage this time. Yeah, you're right. You are halfway there. I like that he's like blatantly like a squeaky teenager too. Maybe that was what Murray went through in the second game. Maybe he's like he's gone through puberty. That makes sense, actually. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I don't know. I do figure that Murray is either he's a late bloomer or he's a little bit younger than like Bentley and Sly. Am I supposed to disarm an alarm or something? Probably. But I don't know where this alarm is. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're done. Yeah, no, just given that he's kind of squeaky in this game and kind of like slower than the other two, and then his voice like audibly gets deeper in the second game, and then you can sort of imagine Sly 3 when he goes on his like big long trek around the world to find himself, being that kind of moment when you're in your 20s. And I mean, he has a reason for doing it beyond just being 20, but you know, that sort of deal. I'm like, oh, what the fuck am I doing like with my life? And I know, again, he has a plot. First try. He has a plot designated reason for going on Walkabout, but you know. Alright, now we can actually fight the Panda King and get the show on the road. So once again, Sly is gonna like catapult himself into the Panda King's fucking lair with high explosives that should dismember him, but do not, for plot reasons. All right, here we are.
Captain Kane of notorious Cooper thief clan. Have you come here for revenge? To steal back the Thievius Raccoonus?
Yes.
That was my plan at first, but now I'm more interested in putting an end to your avalanche extortion racket.
Why should you care if I bury a few worthless village in snow?
Yeah, why should you care if I'm fucking genocidal? That is very on brand for a Chinese person.
Thieves, while you're just a frustrated firework artist turned homicidal pyromaniac.
Insolent child. You shall pay dearly for your disrespect.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's funny because we were talking about that earlier, weren't we? With or maybe not earlier today, but maybe like a couple days ago. Where it's shit, I should pay attention. Where now that we're getting older, it was on the topic of Wisp. That's right. Now that you're getting older, it's like, man, you guys are fucking young. Holy shit. Or maybe it was on the topic of Pennyverse. Who knows? Could have been on the topic of half the other things. Because we just talk about everything. It's kind of the great thing about Sun Lost. I'm sorry, I do see chat moving. I can't currently read it. I'm not really sure what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Other than, like, wait for him to stop shooting. Oh, yeah, it was about wisp. That's right. Is there like a spot I'm supposed to go to? Man. Shit. I'm so confused. Wait. No. Not quite. Because I thought it was supposed to be like, oh, be invisible, and then go up and clack him in the nuts.
Fiery wheel. Fiery wheel. Fiery wheel.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you are actually supposed to do that. See, here's the thing. I'm used to, like, boss battles that are like, oh, this is elegantly thought out. And instead, it's just like, oh, yeah, just hop up there and, like, whack him in the nuts until he falls over. Which is not quite the same thing. Although it is fun.
Arms of thunder. Fiery wheel. Fiery wheel.
So, yeah, you literally just hop up there.
Fiery wheel. Moving chop. Fiery.
And just start fucking hitting him. Which is hilarious.
Moving chop. Fiery wheel.
Look at his little icon in the corner. He's not feeling too good, gamers.
Moving chop. Arms of thunder. Fiery wheel.
Boom! First try.
Your skill with that cane is unparalleled.
Damn right.
Sly, I did a cross-analysis of the metal used in that high-tech blasting vehicle, and it turns out it can only be found in one place. The Krakatoa volcano in Russia. That's got to be where we'll find the fifth member of the Thievius Five. So get what you came for and let's get out of here.
Alright.
Retrieving the Panda King section of the Thievius Raccoonus gave me a chance to learn about my technically minded ancestor, Otto Van Cooper. Not known for his physical dexterity, Otto relied on vehicles to aid him in his criminal endeavors. Armed with his designs, I was sure Murray would be able to make some cool modifications to the team van.
Hell yeah.
A frustrated Inspector Fox, having missed me coming down the mountain, threw the Panda King in jail, thus putting an end to his avalanche
Hot
protection
Latin
services
Spitfire.
and ensuring the safety
Dog.
of many villages throughout
All right.
China.
Alright.
My gang and I took a little time off and did some shopping in Hong Kong. Thoroughly relaxed, we headed home.
Murray's
on our
not
next
relaxing. Alright. Alright. Well, there you go, guys.
Okay, partner, this is it.
That is it. It's clockwork.
Lair.
And now there's Bentley and also Murray. And Murray's eating a hot dog. This is why she's so angry all the time, other than naturally being Latina. Oh, man. Alright, how long have we been gone for? Wow, only an hour and a half. Damn. We really, like, blew through that. Wow. Turns out you go through the game a lot faster when you're not dying all the time. Alright, well, do you guys want me to keep going for a little bit longer? At least 2 hours? Because, I mean, I've already got you here. It's crazy. Yeah. Damn, dude. That was genuinely like, wow. I am gonna need to copy this save to my other memory card for a moment because I can't replay the intro cutscene. I'm indifferent. Are you not having fun? Are you not having a good time, my friend? Card out. This one in. Go ahead and copy over the slice save, because I have to. This is how I get the thumbnail for the next stream. So let's go ahead and copy that. I'm genuinely curious why you say you are indifferent. You sound very unenthused. Also, you get to see some of the other stuff I have on this memory card, which are all hacks related. Maybe I should. I could play one of my Spurg games if I wanted to. What am I gonna do? What time is it? 8:41. You know what? I gotta check into my Animal Crossing town. Let's just chill and just play fucking Animal Crossing. Honestly, because whoops, I did not mean to close the tray. I want to play Pitfall. Yeah. I do have a save from when I started it. This had, what was this? 2021. Early 2022. Yeah, that checks out. Last saved fucking 1 in the morning, almost 2 in the morning. That's pretty great. Yeah, let's do that. Let me go to color bars for just a moment. I do have more NES games that I got to test. I'm not going to subject you to that though. We're just gonna play before all the shops and shit close. Alrighty. Hunger channel up. Oh no, I don't need to go. I really have nowhere to go, my friend. I genuinely, I was just surprised at how quickly we went through that, because normally it takes me like 2.5 hours to get through a section of Sly Cooper, but on only an hour and a half. I'm like, it feels kind of like a short stream, and everybody had to, took a little bit to get in here. So I'm like, you know what? Nah, let's keep it going for just a little bit longer. Or, yeah, no, that's all right. Like I said, I gotta check in on my town anyway. I'm a grown-ass adult. I cannot wait until I get to Wild World, though. I've never said this on stream. I've told the Somnolians this, but what I want to do is I want to play through each Animal Crossing game for a year straight, really soak it in, and then move on to the next one. Because there's just something that makes me kind of fuzzy about, like, going back to, like, the earliest possible point in, like, a game series, or, technically, like, with, like, different FPS games and all that. Oops. There we go. It disappeared from my screen for a moment. And just going back and replaying it and seeing all of the, like, growth, because it really is, like, crazy when you think about FPS games, for example. Think about shooters. In 1992, of course, we had Wolfenstein 3. Huge. Monumental. But at the same time, the really crazy Limited, really. And then Doom. And that was crazy, because now you had different parts of the floor being, like, different heights. That's crazy. And then you had Quake, where you had room over room. And then Quake, 3 and Half-Life and all that stuff. Either, Quake 3 with the color, the curved surfaces, and all the deathmatch action, and Half-Life, you know, telling a story and being immersive, and then, you know, around the same time you had Deus Ex, and you had System Shock, and System Shock 2, I should say. Just like suddenly games were like this storytelling tool, which is funny when you think about Wolfenstein 3D quite literally just being shoot all the things that move. So, and let alone fucking like Doom 3 and Half-Life 2 and all that stuff afterwards. So like I always liked the idea of going back to the beginning and just like seeing what people thought was amazing at one point, and then, you know, working your way back up. And with Animal Crossing, kind of the same thing, because my first game was New Leaf, and I love the shit out of New Leaf. And I'll be replaying it at some point. But let's see what we got here. It's an amazing white golf bag on sale. Ooh. Can't say I'm going to be buying that one, Nook. I'm sorry. No! I quite liked Queenie. She was an ostrich. She was an ostrich. Now she's a beetle in my house forever, or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, it really is. Especially, and that's kind of the fuzzy thing that I've been getting with games, is just like, yeah, no, absolutely. I'm happy to keep streaming. I know it's not going to be as exciting as Sly or anything, but I'm just, you know, I want to chat and have a good time, and I've got a gigantic fucking mortgage on this house that I have to pay off, so we're going to do that on stream instead. But anyway, there's just something, like, I don't know, really, like, exciting about games. Like, there was a moment where games were, like, truly exciting. Like, oh my god, who knows where all this is going, right? And that feels like that excitement really doesn't exist anymore, because first off, the technology has gotten good enough where it's like most games are not like a dramatic leap ahead, but also games have just gotten very like built from the same assets, whereas like Animal Crossing is from the ground up something different, other than the fact that it was, I think, partially built off of the Ocarina of Time engine, because obviously it was originally an N64 game. I wish I had a house. I will settle for an Animal Crossing one for the moment, I suppose. But yeah, but games nowadays are like, oh, you know, we're using prefab engines and prefab assets and all that good shit. Which is, you know, it enables much bigger games, but there's not really like that feeling of like, oh, this was built from the ground up anymore, which is something nice. You know, something nice about games is even when they weren't very good, they were at least like interesting. There were stories you could tell about them, and there's not really stories you can tell about modern game development because it's not really like that, you know, kind of shotgun feeling of a couple dudes making something that they find absolutely fucking hilarious. You know, all the stories about, you know, gaming, right? And it's not even so much that we're not getting new things. It's that even when we are getting new things, there's not really, like, the stories behind them, which I think is a big part of the mystique of video games, right? Is not just the games themselves, but also the way they were developed and the community around them. That's why people follow speedrunning, because speedrunning is full of stories. And I you know, people love to hear the stories. They love, oh, you know, and it sounds silly because it's just some guy, you know, hitting buttons on a controller at the right time in order to get 1 second off a stage in GoldenEye or whatever, but like the stories are genuinely fascinating, and we don't really get those stories anymore. We do kind of with like new speed games and stuff; those still exist. But I know, like, in terms of like the development of games, you know, like you said, since it's a lot of remakes and stuff, you don't really like. There's not that feeling of like what makes, like, for example, the first Tony Hawk game fascinating, where, you know, Neversoft is tasked with making this, you know, this skating game. I don't know if they decided to make it or if Activision commissioned them to make it or whatever, but, you know, just out of nowhere, they have this skateboarding engine, and they have Bruce Willis from their first game, Apocalypse. They have him on a skateboard. I think Apocalypse was also published by Neversoft, so that makes sense. But anyway, So they have Bruce Willis on a skateboard, and they go to Tony Hawk, who, you know, is about to have this gigantic career revival with the X Games and, you know, landing the 900 and all that shit. After, you know, vert skating was fucking dead in the mid-90s. You know, everybody wanted to be like the cool street skaters. So, you know, they go to Tony Hawk and they're like, hey, you know, do you want to sponsor our game? And he puts, you know, all these details into the game. He's like, you gotta get the trick names right, you gotta get the music right. He gets all his skater buddies in on it, and, you know, they get captured for the game. And all the little, like, details about, like, the weird hidden stuff in games as well. The cheat codes, for example, like the infamous girls picture cheat code in Tony Hawk N64. You just don't get that in games anymore, where people will look at this grainy black and white photo of a lady and they're like, wow, who is that? And they speculate, and there's a story behind it, you know? It's like, well, why is that in the game? And that doesn't happen anymore because people don't throw Easter eggs in games anymore. Or glitches. Glitches are, you know, another phenomenal example. You know, why is the first generation of Pokemon so fascinating still? And as, you know, somebody who played the shit out of Blue the other, you know, last year and really still needs to dive back into it to complete my Pokédex on, you know, Red and then another copy of Blue, the glitches and stuff just add to the mystique. It's like, wow, this game, I am a little bit more charitable with it than some people say. Some people are like, oh, it's held together with hot glue and positive thinking, and it's like, that's a little unfair to the game given how fucking huge it is. I think most people who say stuff like that don't realize that the Game Boy was not a thing that you had gigantic RPGs on like Pokemon was. But there's stories behind it, you know. Oh, Mew was a last-minute addition right after they removed all the debugging tools from the ROM because they had all the extra space. And, you know, Missing No, oh, it's like the secret 190 Pokemon that were originally supposed to be in the game. And then people go through and they, like, look at all the early, like, the Nintendo Giga League stuff and, all of the they just you know, they go back and they look at what we have now, what context we have now, and interviews and stuff, and early like sketches of Pokemon, and they match them, you know. Hello, Kevy, welcome back. And they figure out, like, oh, what were these 190 Pokemon supposed to be? You know, there's speculation and there's, like, discovery that you can do on it, and we're still learning things about these new games, and we don't have that with new games because new games are made to absolute perfection, and unfortunately, you don't get stories out of perfection because there's nothing you can say about them. You know, they don't have the mystique of, oh, we made this from scratch, because frankly you don't need to anymore. That's the other thing, is I don't blame anybody for not, like, oh, you're gonna code your own engine and you're gonna do it in assembler. Like, nobody's gonna fucking do that. I don't blame developers for not wanting to do that, because it was what they had to do, not what they wanted to do. But it does kind of remove the mystique about games, which is kind of another, you know, reason that I don't, you know, I find, like, the N64, PS1 era, like, interesting. You know, sorry, hold on, let me read this message. Found out they introduced the new Doctor before the episode airs on modern Doctor Who. Yeah, like, there's no magic to that. There's no speculation. They can't surprise people anymore. And it leads to this feeling of everybody being really jaded. Like, everybody's like, oh, you know, media sucks. It's like, well, no, media doesn't suck. It's just not... it's not interesting anymore. It's very routine. It's like a loveless marriage kind of deal, where you know, you have games, and the games are bigger than ever, but all the games, they want to be fucking everything. So they don't specialize in their genre anymore, which means there's nothing to say about them. They all have the exact same, you know, and open world games, they always have the Ubisoft, what do they call them? The Ubisoft, like, trees, where, you know, you got the big mountains where you climb up and you see your next objective in the distance and all that, and they all have that, all the open world games. So that's, you know, leads to a feeling of, like, deja vu and jadedness, and people are just like, well, you know, what the fuck is the point of playing new games? That's unfortunate, you know. And like I said, it's not that media is bad. There are still, you know, new games that capture people's imagination, and those tend to be the ones that people talk about all the time, you know. like, it's funny to think of, you know, a game like relevant right now, Power World. Like, people say, oh, Power World is just like this ripoff of Pokemon, and Nintendo is going to be all over that shit. It's like, well, first things first, Nintendo needs to start innovating in the monster collecting genre again, because Pokemon is literally the same shit every fucking game, and Pokemon fans have never played another game like it. They've never played Digimon. They've never played any game that has like a system where you battle monsters and then they make a pact with you and they fight for you and all that shit. Like, they've never done anything other than play Pokemon, it feels like. So there's no demand for the game to innovate. So Nintendo doesn't innovate. By and large, they'll add in one, neat trick. Yeah, and that's the other thing. This is admittedly totally, third-hand information, but I was watching the most recent Mad at the Internet, and Noel was recounting what he had heard from the Power World developer, and he's like, oh yeah, I put guns in it because Americans like guns. It's like, yeah, honestly, I don't blame people for developing games like that, because it's just kind of like nobody's looking for a new audience. They're looking for an existing audience. Like, that was the thing about, like, going back to the first Tony Hawk game. Skating games before Tony Hawk kind of fucking sucked. It was all like Skate or Die or 720 and like, who gives a shit? Or California games. And then suddenly they were like, oh, well, let's make it like an open world thing, and you can skate around like a school and do tricks, and it feels very like clean and all the mechanics feel good. Like, revelation. And we just don't do that anymore, because it's like we already have our concept with the audience, Yeah, no, absolutely, that too. Pokemon fans will literally go, hey, Nintendo, you can shit in the box, and I will buy it, as long as it has the Pokemon name on it. Because Game Freak, tiny little indie studio, made, like, the single best-selling game of all time. Well, no, that's Minecraft, but, like, Pokemon Red and Blue is fucking up there, and they made that with, like, I don't know, probably 5 people and positive thinking. And now they have, buckets of cocaine and money to throw around, and they just make fucking garbage. And they just continue. Isn't it like the first off, they don't even have all the Pokemon in the game, but aren't they still using the 3DS models? Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but I would not be surprised at all if they are, because they're like, well, why would we need to remake 1,000+ models for Pokemon again? We already have these perfectly working ones, and it's like, well, yeah, Oh, Animal Crossing buddies. But yeah, like, I can't blame people for going like, hey, Nintendo will never do anything new with the Pokemon formula. So even if it's a game as crass as Power World, I'm really not surprised that people have gravitated towards it, because again, Pokemon will never do anything fucking new, because their audience doesn't demand it. Their audience genuinely is like, no, we want the same exact game every single time. And I understand that. I have my comfort games. I have my my autistic comfy games. It's by and large Tony Hawk 1, 2, and 3, where I can just like, I've memorized the entire game. I do the exact same things over and over 20 times for all the skaters. I 100% everything. I unlock all the cheats, and then I do it again. And I quite enjoy that. But I'm not clamoring for a new game exactly like that, because I already have the existing game. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. They're not built to be great games. They're built to serve a purpose. It's like people go, why isn't Clorox innovating? Yeah, because, I mean, Clorox is obviously a much better cleaner than Pokemon is a video game at this point. But, like, nobody ever asks for Clorox to come out and, like, put on a stage play. They just want it to clean their fucking bathroom, and that's what it does. And they want Pokemon, and they want to do the exact same thing in fucking Pokemon, and that's what it does. So, yeah, exactly. I buy the one comfy game and I play forever. If I could pin that, I would. Yeah, Clorox too. The Cloroxening. She's gotten really into gardening. in January. Flowers and pear trees. It's funny because the villagers in this game actually can't do that. Oh, yeah, no, this is my save. In fact, I believe I still have some games from my last testing spree in my house. And my house is currently a fucking shit show because I'm trying to gather up the modern set now, and I'm having no luck finding anything. All I have is the modern table and the lamp. And then upstairs, I'm going for green furniture because I can find green furniture slightly more often. I still don't have the green wall or the green anything else. But anyway, yeah, no, I quite like her. She's great. She's it's kind of sad the one time that she tried to offer me something to buy from her, and I said no, and she's like, "Oh, I'll stop bothering you now." And I'm like, "Aw, don't. It's not personal. I just didn't want to buy your, like, I don't know, Tabana flooring or whatever the fuck it was." Yeah, so I had a couple ROMs on here. This was polishing off the C's. So I had Castlevania 3, Crystallis, and Cybernoid. And Cybernoid, I think, was fucked up in the crib. Castlevania 3 worked, and Crystallis worked other than the saving, which Kyler knows about, so... Yeah, normal is probably my favorite type. I mean, I hate to compare people to Animal Crossing villagers, but, like, there's a reason I'm dating Kebby. But they are adorable. Actually, let's go check Nook's, because maybe Nook has some stuff for me to buy. But yeah, I always like them. My favorite villagers tend to be normal villagers. I really liked Carolyn in New Leaf. She was one of my starting villagers, and she was a doll. And in my first Animal Crossing GameCube town from long ago, I had Olive, and Olive was just so mentally ill, dude. She would be like, "Why haven't you talked to me? You know, in 2 days, where have you fucking been?" Like, she genuinely, like, attachment issues. And it was adorable. So let's see what we got in here. We got a satellite, we got a folding chair, we got a mossy rock, and the famed, the esteemed, one, the only, white golf bag. So we got a blue wall, which is not part of the set. I need a green wall. What do we got here? We got checkered tile. Not part of the set. 10 fossils to go. I don't know how many fossils I have. I've just been selling them because I'm more focused on completing my my mortgage. And a kitty wall. I'm tired of getting the kitty stuff. Sure, let me see. Yeah, that just screams internet predator. So, no thank you, Doug. I'm good. Yeah, I think I was a smug villager, which, it was funny, when I was looking for the Animal Crossing spreadsheet Discord to join and let them know about my project, you know, for all the NES ROMs. I joined the Nookopedia Discord first, and they let you pick which villager you want, which personality you want for excuse me, which personality you want as a role in the Discord, and I picked Smug. I was like, yeah, that's probably me. He likes his villagers codependent. Maybe not, but I do like it when they don't move away from me. I do like who's that other one I liked? Matilda. Matilda was great. I had her in New Leaf as well. I fucking loved Matilda. I love that all of the female kangaroos have a little baby in their pouch, and they mirror the expression of the mama, which it's been done a million times, but it's also always really fun to watch. That kind of reminds me of U.S. Acres, the other comic that Jim Davis did other than Garfield. with Wade the duck, who always has the inflatable ducky raft. And it has a little Wade head on it that copies his expressions exactly. And I'm like, that's funny. Yeah. All the male villagers are like, I mean, to be fair, even the female ones are like, we got Snooty, we got Normal, which I mean is just normal. We got Peppy, which I mean is that's kind of a positive. It's definitely not to the same degree as the males. The males are just like, oh yeah, asshole, lazy, self-obsessed, stinky, throw rocks at boys. Yeah. By the way, I hate the way that Big Sister is the official terminology now. They used to be called Uchi, I think. Which Big Sister is just a mouthful. Like, in comparison to all the other ones, which are a single word. You could have just said, even like Sisterly would have been better than fucking Big Sister. I don't know, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, normal, they're very, yeah, they're just very, like, timid. Which is kind of sad. I, honestly, and this is way beyond Animal Crossing's pay grade, I've always wanted, like, more detailed personalities in Animal Crossing. Like, I think it would be fantastic if, like, villagers could change over time. And we have the technology, but again, Animal Crossing fans are a lot like Pokemon fans. They want the same game over and over. But with, more shit on paper to do, yeah, I think I like lazy villagers the best out of all the boys. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. On paper, there's more shit to do in New Horizons, but I've heard people go, yeah, there's no soul in it. Because it quite literally is just, like, Nintendo focusing on the decorating aspect, which is great, don't get me wrong, I quite like that too. But in my experience, Animal Crossing decorating is an exercise in you wait for the last furniture item to complete the set you need. Like, I went for the modern set in, I went for the modern set in New Leaf as well, and I don't even remember what the last item I needed was, but I went months without fucking finding it in my shop, and eventually I had to go to someone else's town, and I don't know if I just found it and bought it there, or if he happened to have it and was going to sell it to me, and that guy wanted to fuck Isabel, so it's not exactly the person you want to visit, but just look up Animal Crossing on Fur Affinity if you want to have sex with a bear. Don't do that. Don't do that, chat. Just saying. But yeah. But what I want is I want more engaging shit with the villagers, because the thing that makes all of the NPCs so great is that they don't fit into those boxes. So you get, you could have a Sable and a Harriet. Even though they're, like, on paper, they would both be normal villagers, they're still pretty different, and they both have their own stories, and Harriet got with Harv, and, like, that's great. Why can't the villagers fucking date each other? That's another thing. Like, they can talk to each other, and they can even have, like, oh, this one walked away happy, this one walked away sad, that sort of deal, for, like, 30 seconds, but why can't they fucking, like, date each other? And then why can't they hate each other? And why can't that be a reason someone leaves your town? I mean, it makes perfect sense that, like, hey, this town is now an absolute misery for me, because every day I have to see my asshole ex, who is more focused on his biceps, even though he's a fucking eagle and doesn't have those. So I'm gonna up and leave. Sorry, player. Bye. I would genuinely fucking love that. Because that's the thing that makes The Sims interesting, right? Is you make a sim, and sure, even on paper, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm making all the people I know so that way I can have them do stupid shit and laugh at it. But even if you're like, if you're getting attached to your Sims, it's the crazy shenanigans they get into. It's a life simulator, and Animal Crossing is supposed to be a life simulator, and they don't lean into that. And it just is so much of a missed opportunity. Okay, I get it. It's great. You can make your house look really nice. You could draw all these designs. You can put a big penis on your shirt if you want to. But, like, that's not what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is the drama. Why can't I go to the Roost and have people fucking gossiping about each other? That would be so killer. I want to see some fireworks. And they just don't exist. They just don't exist. God. That's the other thing too. I hear from New Horizons players all the time. They're like, "Oh yeah, New Horizons is it's very, very pretty, but it's so shallow, and all the villagers are just nice all the time." And I've heard some other people say this too. They're like, "Oh, I play Animal Crossing because I have social anxiety and it's a way to shut off." And it's like, I respect that. I respect that it's like your game where nobody ever does anything bad. Nobody ever says anything bad about you. You know what you're gonna get. I get that, but it is supposed to be a life simulator at the end of the day, and it just feels like Animal Crossing is now trying to like cater to two different communities. Yeah. No shit, dude. And the other thing is, Animal Crossing would be so perfect for fucking like fan media, like. And it's unfortunate that a lot of Animal Crossing fan media is just like, ooh, this town is haunted, everyone died, and, garbage like that. But, like, there's so much room for, like, I've had this in my head for a little bit. Imagine, because you have KK Slider being a traveling musician. What if there were other musical groups in Animal Crossing? You have, a band, and they take up residency at the Roost, right? So, which bands do, there are performers and they're like, oh yeah, they're doing, I don't know how long they usually do it for, usually a couple nights, but say it's a long-term I don't know, they're taking 2 months and they're just playing the Roost every single night, and they just, after the show and before the show, they hear all this shit, from Brewster, they hear all this shit from Nook and, anybody else who comes in, and you're just surrounded by all of this juicy nonsense, and it's like, that would be fantastic, but nobody ever writes that. It's always either spooky shit, which is so boring and overdone. I'm so tired of seeing, ooh, it's this kids media, but it's haunted. Like, it's so fucking overdone and stupid, and it's not scary ever. Like, come on. So it's either that, or it's just like people doing like little fan art of villagers and stuff, which is cute and innocent. I really like fan art for all that, pitching a fanfic to us. You bet your ass I am. It would just be so interesting to read. I want to see some fireworks between these characters, because there's so much that is hinted at, especially in GameCube Animal Crossing, especially in Population Growing. There's so much that's hinted at that just isn't there in the later games. The normal villagers, in a lot of ways, they feel fucking It feels like they have like a little bit of anger in them, especially when they haven't seen you in a bit. They're like regularly I'll go talk to B, and she'll go, it's not healthy for you to be waking up so late. It's like there's so much potential for normal villagers to not just be like socially anxious, but also like kind of judgmental. Like that's interesting. That is a dynamic that just never got explored past Population Growing, and I don't understand why. The way that the lazy villagers are, effectively treated as man children. They're like, if you get a lazy villager at the start of the game and they're loading it up and they ask you who you are, they're like, oh yeah, I could never forget you, and they're like, phew, jeez, that was close. Like, they're so forgetful. They forget people's fucking names. They forget their own names. Like, why? How does a man-child animal manage to? How do they manage their lives? How do they pay off fucking Nook? How do they make money when they're just this disorganized and confused all the time? I want to see that, and it just never gets explored. It's just like, oh, they're big eaters. Like, yeah, that could be part of it too, but they just never explore this stuff, and it's just like, oh yeah, it's a nice place where nobody ever ever has any bad thoughts or says anything negative to you, it's like, I have letters from villagers who straight up tell me, like, hey, I'm out. You can go fuck yourself. And villagers will do that. You send them a letter that doesn't score very high, and they'll be like, can you even read? Oh, sorry, let me read chat for a moment. More of a hinged rant. I'm telling you, I am way too hinged. I'm way too in my zone to be able to do an unhinged rant, but I can rant hinged. I can. Yeah, repression. That's a great word for it. Normal villagers sound fucking repressed. Like, you imagine that they have some, like, really weird shit going on. Like, in Wild World, I think they had an imaginary friend, even. Like, they would talk about, what was her name? Mapina? Something like that. You could tell they're not all there. And the other thing, e-reader cards. Oh, my God. So, if I go to the post office right now, you would see that there is, in the corner, a little e-reader kiosk. Because, you know, back in the day of Animal Crossing, there was a little thing called the Game Boy Advance, and you would plug the e-reader into the Game Boy Advance, and you would be able to scan cards. And, of course, this is, you know, predecessor to the Amiibos or whatever. But the cool thing about the e-reader cards is that they didn't just give you furniture, and they didn't just give you, like, rare furniture for, you know, buying extra stuff. Because they're neat freaks. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing about the e-reader cards is that you would have, you know, the one for your villager, and they would have a bio on it, and the bio would make them sound like a really interesting fucking crazy person. You know, I remember the one for Bliss, who became Carolyn, was like, what was it? It was something to the effect of, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with being one at nature, but it seems to escape bliss, but it also, everything seems to escape bliss. It's like, I want to know about that fucking character then. I want to know about, like, this spaced out loner girl on an island. That's a fantastic hook for a fucking story. And it never gets explored. Again, never gets explored. And all the villagers have that. Another great example was Matilda, where it's like, oh yeah, she's a mother. Too bad all her motherly teachings involve, like, making fun of people and scamming them. And it's like, perfect. I want to know more. And it's just untapped fucking potential for gigantic drama. And yeah, that's my very hinged rant. I'm so hinged right now, gamers. That's my hinged rant for tonight. Oh man. All right, let's let's go sell a bunch of stuff to Nook and then pay off my loan. I'm probably going to have like 2,000. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. They fall asleep right in the front yard in the snow. And you wake them up and they're like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. This is not my beautiful house. How did I get here? I've done it again. I cannot show my face ever again. So she walks very slowly back into her house and goes back to sleep in there. Like, I don't know. It's the little things. The little things that you will never, ever see in an Animal Crossing game ever again. And you didn't see it in Animal Crossing in the first place. Maybe I should write Animal Crossing fanfic. Maybe I should just take the plunge. This is not my beautiful... Oops. Oh, nice. A couple more $1,000 out of that than I thought I would get. Yeah, that should be good for right now. Yeah. I mean, and that is one cool thing about Animal Crossing is the way that the game has the real-time clock going on. So it can tailor things to what time of day you play it at. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why B gets kind of annoyed when I show up at, some ungodly hour, like, say, 11 in the morning. She's like, did you sleep late? How could you? That's bad for you. You're going to get dementia. So that is kind of cool that the game can tailor itself to. Here's the e-reader kiosk, by the way, but I don't have I have a Game Boy Advance, but I don't have the e-reader for it. Yeah. It's like, it really does feel like the whole singular focus for Animal Crossing now is just to decorate and to do the outfits, which is great. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate like a nice bit of decorating myself, but like, what is the point of such a homely kind of world if you're not also going to use it to show off people gossiping? I mean, that's half the point of suburbia, is to gossip about everybody, right? That's what I thought. Yeah, repetitive in City Folk. Frankly, they weren't very much special in New Leaf either. I like New Leaf, but it was definitely kind of like them. I mean, that's unfair to put on New Leaf. I think New Leaf is probably the best one in the series. Population growing is pretty close, but it doesn't quite have the amount of stuff I'd like it to have. Right. Yeah, the town is unique to you. It's randomly generated, and who you get in your town is randomly generated. There's so much potential for, like, the fireworks you get when you could bounce them off of each other. Like, where are their unique traits? Like, I get it. They have their base personality. But, what about their hobbies? What about what pisses them off? What about their loves, I mean, the Islanders had, like, their favorite fruits and stuff. Go a step beyond. What bothers them? Is it being ignored? Do they have a short temper? Do they not like being talked to too much? Would they prefer to be alone? That sort of deal. You give these traits, and then you have the animals simulate off each other, and you can make them like love or hate each other. And if they love each other, then that's more reason for them to stay, and you'll see them around all the time, and they'll talk about that person. And if they can't fucking stand them, they'll talk about them as well, and it's probably a good reason they move out. Like, there's so much you could do with even just a handful of base traits, and then getting the animals to commingle. Yeah. Drama. That's what I want. I want drama in these games. And there's just not enough drama. It's very, very nice. This is another great example. Phyllis. She quite literally tells you to their face, get the fuck out of my post office. Do I look like I want to talk to you? Like, that's great. That's fantastic. So we toss them. Yeah. No, that's great. I want to see that kind of stuff in Animal Crossing. I mean, in New Leaf, occasionally they would like fight with each other, and you would see them, and you would go over to talk to them, and they'd be like, "Hey, whose side are you on?" That's what I want to see, and I want it to matter. I want it to be like, listen, sometimes these characters are so petty that one will leave your town because you said that vanilla ice cream is the least worst option compared to strawberry ice cream, which is true, by the way. I want to see that, because that's amazing. Oh, yeah, you can store letters. So I have a bunch of ones from the HRA here, which I don't really know why I'm keeping, but I do. And then I have a separate box for my villagers, which I think is the screen one. Yeah, here's my villager ones. So let's read some of the villager letters. So you get Rex, who mailed something to me. Quetzal. There he is. He's worried about his biceps despite him not having that. There's B, who I mailed her code to, her e-reader code to, and she gave me Clue Land. Gonzo, same deal. He gave me tennis. He tells me I won, and he mailed me tennis. I'm trying slowly to gather all of the built-in NES games as well. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's Fang. Thanks for being tolerable. I'm ditching this one human down and I may not come back. Thanks for being okay, I guess. That's great. That's phenomenal. Where is that? Yeah, it literally tells you, hurry the fuck up already. God. Yeah, so I own just over 700,000 bells. And I always put myself back down to 1,000 bells when I stop playing. So... Yes, so we are now under 700,000. Let's go. But this is my last loan also, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, Clue Clue Land, I've never... You know what? I've never played Clue Clue Land. Especially since I don't have to play it for the, testing thing. But I do have it in my basement. Which, irritatingly, does not count for an HRA score. And you cannot decorate with flooring and wallpaper. So your basement forever just looks like where you film a snuff film. And it bothers me no end. Because I want to make it cozy down there, and instead it's like, oh my god, this looks like it's like 20 degrees. Alright, let's go downstairs. I'll show you what's going on. Yeah, so this, you're stuck with this, and it doesn't count for your HRA score. So I think it's meant to be more like storage, but what I want to do is I want to get a bunch of TVs and put them down here and just have it be like a nice, big area for like all the different NES games. Obviously, you don't need TVs to play them, but you know, 70s basement. Yeah, it's kind of garbage though. It's kind of crap. So I have Excite Bike. Here's Clue Clue Land. I've never played this. I have no idea how you play this. Okay, so I am the fish. And I have no clue what the point of the game is. No idea. Not a clue. Oh, I guess you grab the flag and leave? Or do you have to clear everything out? Oh, that kills you in the center. Okay, so don't do that. Oh my god, the movement kind of sucks. You're like grabbing things with your arm and rotating yourself. Yeah, not a clue. Not a clue. It's pretty cute though. And this is my work shirt. And if I ever find a shirt that's better than the Paw shirt, I will I'll put that down here too, because this is what I stepped off the train wearing, and I've yet to find anything I like better than it, because usually they're awful looking, but this is pretty okay. It's mostly the fucking Viking helmet that I hate on population growing villagers, because it puts the texture of the shirt on the hat as well, which is okay if it's you know, just like a solid color or something, but if it's a pattern, oh my god, it's awful. It's absolutely terrible. Yeah, I don't have any other good NES games, or I would just... Actually, I don't have it in Animal Crossing, but I do have it on my Wii. Maybe we'll just play a little bit of Thievius before we do. How long have we been going? About 2.5 hours. Alright, actually, I think that's good. I think that's a good place to call it for the day. Get some water. Alrighty. Pop that that off, pop the TV off, and transition back to my standby screen. Ooh, I've been standing for a while, chat. I've been standing for a while, and my legs are feeling like legs. Oh, I have some emails. Let's check the emails out. Oh, interesting. Oh, I have a bunch of new messages over on my public Discord. Let me check that real quick. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed rambling to y'all. No fucking way. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. That's funny. Aroc popped in to say that apparently they had a 1-year anniversary in Milo Hacks of me leaving, which is remember what we said earlier, guys. If you're that fucking concerned about some guy on the internet this far in the future, then you're just kind of fucking sad. Good times not had by Milo Hacks, apparently. So, whatever. They can't. Which is it's funny, because that was the exact same thing that happened with NeoCities, except that Mile Hacks isn't fucking trying to poke me. But NeoCities did the same thing. They were obsessed with me well into 2019, and I left in December 2018. I'm not going to look at those messages, because A, I don't care, and B, I really don't want to see them. That is so tragic. Literally, he says, I noticed Milo Hacks' icon changed, so I looked around in there, and they're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of you leaving. Besides a bunch of generic I hate Marf from people who weren't even there a year ago, which is wild to me. People who didn't even know me. The server icon was changed to something related, and a post was made in the announcements channel. Motherfuckers changing their server icon about me. It's like, guys, if you hated me that much, why are you letting me live in your head like that? Christ, dude. That's so fucking sad. I can't imagine living my life like that. Just still being that fucking focused on me. Like a year later, yeah, let's celebrate. Like a year after Borb left. Who cares? Man, that's genuinely tragic. That's genuinely so fucking tragic. Alright, folks. I will see you for, another Marf W, because I'm not hyper-focused on this fucking garbage. Jesus Christ, dude. Wow. Rent-free. Yeah, no, this is a really good stream. I'm glad I streamed tonight, because I was kind of on the fence about streaming, like I said, but I feel like I'm getting better at it, getting better at hopping right into it. You lovely people, I will be seeing you next week for the final stream before I hop off to Wales, and then hopefully we'll be doing some streaming stuff in Wales. I'm not really sure what I'd be playing over there. Probably some emulator stuff, but we'll figure out something. I'll bring a mic. I do actually have a spare snowball that I'll probably just bring and leave over at Cabby's. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will be seeing you next week. Thanks for tuning in.